Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to talk to you about covering redness with Seint makeup. So I have been using Seint for almost a year now. If you are unfamiliar with it, it is all in one palette and the colors are customized to you and your skin's needs. So I really enjoy this product. I have 3 layers in my palette and I'm going to show you how I neutralize my redness using this makeup. So I've already prepped my skin. I feel like I have a piece of hair somewhere. I've prepped my skin and I've done my eyebrows. However, I have no other makeup on my face. So, first thing I'm going to do is it's actually a contour color and I'm going to use it to neutralize my redness. Yes, that is correct. Now, most of the times in traditional makeup, we just look for something that's full coverage to conceal and get rid of things like this. However, with Seint, we look at more color theory. You don't need a color corrector. You don't necessarily need a color corrector. I can accomplish the same coverage by choosing a slightly different shade for my main highlight. However, it's pretty cool to see how by first going over my severe redness with this color right here, which is called Aspen, I'm going to lay that down first, and that's really going to neutralize and get rid of these highly pigmented areas. So to do that, I don't want to add a lot of layers to my face, so I'm just using a blush brush. I'm going to go into the pan, pick up some of that color, and then I'm just going to gently stipple it, you see that, over the red areas. Do you see the difference? So the reason this works is because this contour color, excuse me, this contour color has a lot of green undertone in it. So because red and green are opposite on the color wheel, those green undertones are really working to neutralize that redness. So if I was having a no makeup day, my redness does make me self-conscious. So even if I didn't want to put a lick of makeup on my face, I would do this just to neutralize that, make it kind of go away, and then be out the door. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And it just disappears. I don't know how it does it. I mean, I do know how it does it, but it still amazes me that it does it. Just like that. Amazing. The reason I'm so obsessed with this product is because it's magic. It never ceases to amaze me. Alright, so now I'm going to go in and do my normal routine. So I'm going to start with my contour, and I will leave links to everything in the description box below. But I'm just going to do a quick contour. And for me, I do my cheekbones, forehead, I'm going to do a little bit on my jaw. Next, I'm going to my main shade, and I'm just going to place that in the places where I want it. So instead of putting layer upon layer upon layer on our skin, we are, as much as possible, keeping it all to one layer. It's going to really help that product to sink into the skin, and when we're finished, my skin is still going to look like skin. It's not going to look like I have a ton of product on my face, even though I'm going to be highlighted and contoured. So I'm going to place my main shade, and where I place the color corrector, I'm stippling, because I don't want to blend the colors together. I don't want to create brush strokes where that redness could poke through. So I'm just stippling that color over that area where I was really red. So you can see the product is still applied. I'm just being conscious of how I'm using my brush to apply it. Now down towards my jaw, I didn't apply any color corrector, so I'm just, one dip is all it takes. So less is really more with this product as well. And then forehead. Alright, stippling that on. Then I am going to take my brightening shade and place that. Now in traditional makeup, this would be your concealer shade. So I like mine about 2 shades brighter than my foundation shade. Some people like it 1 shade lighter, some people go 3 shades lighter. That's the cool thing about makeup, is there's no perfect right way. It's whatever makes you feel and look good. So you can see I brought all that light to the center of my face. Now an extra step I am going to do that I don't think I've showed you before is I'm going to brighten my laugh line. And the reason I do that, do you see the difference? It just brings light to that area and kind of depuffs my face. I have a very round face, so I kind of like to give myself a facelift with my makeup. So next I'm going to go in with that blush brush that we used before, and I'm just going to blend this all out. And as these colors marry together, it creates that perfect custom shade that matches your skin. So if you are interested in trying Seint makeup, if you have questions about it, feel free to leave them in the comment section below. I love talking about makeup, and especially this makeup, because it has been so life-changing for me. And it only takes a few minutes to apply, which as a mom of 3, I appreciate. And again, I'm stippling where I use that color corrector. So now you can see I have my contour, I have my highlight, I have my main foundation shade. The redness is completely gone, so it's just amazing. Next, I'm going to bronze and I'm going to blush. So for bronzer, my bronzer shade is right here in my palette. So I apply it with the blush side of the brush, and then I'm going to blend it with the bronzer side of the brush. That's the other nice thing, is all of our brushes are double-ended, so you get 2 brushes for the price of 1. They work fantastic. They're so soft, and they're specially made for cream products. Next, I am going to do blush. So all my blushes are on the second deck of my palette. So I have my blushes, I have my highlighter over here. So for blush today, I am going to go into this shade right here. This is one of our newer shades. It's beautiful. I will leave the names of everything I use, the colors, and links in the description box below as well. So I'm just going to get some on my brush and then dab off the excess. So creams are very pigmented. They're about 35% more pigmented than other makeup products. So always use a lighter hand than you think you need, because as you can see, that was just a little tiny bit, and a little bit goes a long way. I love that color. I just think it's stunning. Alright, for my illuminator, this is a cream illuminator right here. So I'm just going to use my finger and kind of dot it onto the skin to add that glow. So pretty. Same thing on the side. And my skin still looks like skin. It doesn't look like I'm over made up or caked up. I am going to do a little bit of contouring on my nose. It never ceases to amaze me how just by adding shadows and highlights we can completely change the shape of our face. Now my face looks lifted, not as round. It's amazing to me. Alright, let's do an eye look, shall we? So I'm thinking I'm going to do an eye look as if I was going on a date night. How does that sound? So I am going to use these shades right here in my palette to create a look. So first thing I'm going to do is go into this shade right here to use it as a transition shade. I'm going to start in the outer corner of my eye and blend towards my crease, and then windshield wiper motions with an open eye because my eyes are slightly hooded. I want to make sure you can actually see the color of my crease a little bit. Just going in as a transition. Next, I am going to go into this color right here to darken up the outer edge. And I'm going to stamp that on the outer edge and then blend towards my eye. This is helpful in preventing unwanted color outside of your eye area and for preventing fallout. Same thing on the other side. Just stamping that color onto the lid and then blending towards the center of the eye and doing those windshield wiper motions. Next, I'm going to go into this matte shade right here, and we're going to go all over the lid with it. Just as a base. And then with my finger, I'm going into this shimmer shade right here. It's so pretty. Look at that. You see that? And I'm starting at the inner corner and fanning that color towards the center of my eye. What do we think? So far, so good, right? Next, I'm going to go into this shade right here, just to bring a little more brightness to the center of my eyelid. And I'm only keeping this shade right in the middle, to kind of transition from the brightest to the darkest. And I'm going to take my brush and just make sure that everything is blended. So pretty. Alright, next I'm going to highlight underneath my brow bone, and to do that I am going to be using this brow highlighter from the Brow Trio. And I'm going to go right in the arch of my brow, bring light there, and then in the corner of my eye. Finally, I'm going to take the smaller side of my brush. I'm going to tap into a combination of my transition shade and then that darker brown shade, and I'm going to smoke out my lower lash line. Alright, for mascara, I'm going to be using my favorite combo ever for mascara of all time. So I use two different mascaras. One is from Col-Lab Beauty and the other is Maybelline Sky High. First, I am going to line my waterline. I have been using and loving the Almay All Day Gel Eyeliner. The other thing I love is you can clean up any edges with your brush if you have any fallout or anything that you want to adjust after you do your eyeshadow, and it just cleans up seamlessly. Okay, mascara. First I'm going to use the Col-Lab Beauty, and I just use this on my upper, and then I will use the Maybelline Sky High on both my upper and my lower lashes. So while this is still wet, I'm going to use the Sky High, and then I'm going to the other side. So pretty. Move the other side. So I don't know if you can see the difference, how adding that Sky High on top just totally amplifies it. It lengthens and just kind of flutters them out in such a pretty way. And then I'm going to lightly do my lower lash line. Alright, moving on. We are going to do some lips. First, I am going to apply some lip conditioner because it's winter and it's cold and my lips are chapped. So you can purchase lip conditioner from Seint and it can fit right in that palette with all of your other makeup. So nice. Feels so good. It's one of my favorites. And it comes in 2 flavors, I believe. Mine is the peppermint flavor. And I love it so much. Next, I am going to go in to the shade right here as my lip color today. And I'm just going to use my finger to apply it. Such a pretty neutral. I love that shade as a lip shade, and it does have a glossy finish to it, which is really nice. So that is my makeup for the day. To finish, I am going to use a setting spray. My favorite setting spray of all time is the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. So I'm going to do a quick spray of that. And it smells so pretty. Alright, so there's the completed look. I look all dazzled up to go nowhere, but that's okay. If I was going on a date night, this is what I would wear. I hope you guys have enjoyed this look. I hope you do something similar. If you have any questions about any of the products I used or about Seint makeup, please leave them in the comment section below. I will be sure to get back to any questions, and I will see you guys in my next video. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you have a great day. Bye!